Hey guys, how are you guys today? I must be on by now. All right. I tried a new product with my hair and I did not like it. So I had to wet it down and I'm planning on wearing a hat today. I'm just going to let it dry a little bit, but I wanted to talk to you guys about transcending your triggers and seeing your triggers as blessings and gifts because they really are. So, hello, hi from from I think that's Chicago. Diana, I'm having a hard time with pronunciations today, so let me just do my best here. I'm gonna put my hat. Oh, Karina, morning. I'm gonna put my hat on. Cat, YH. I got this new hat today. Not today. I got it a couple days ago, but this was like such a good find because it's got like a little Care Bear, like a little mama bear with a hat. So I think I'll wear this today. Hello, dear. Let me go over here and just put this on. There we go. Now we're all set for this live with my little hearts. Perfection. Okay, now we're ready. So let's talk a little bit about triggers and how that they are a blessing and not to be so worried about them. All right, let me see if I can move over now to the screen so I can see the chat. There we go. All right, I'm going to say hi to a few more people. So threat level midnight. Michelle. Michelle, you're a queen. Thank you. Song, Belikta. All right. Belikta, you totally manifested me because I was actually going to film today. And then I was like, F it, I'm just going to go on live. Hi, Kim. Perfect timing for this topic. Wonderful. Okay, Diana, you said it right. Thank you. Nan, yes, that's a great topic. Nan. Daniela, hiya. So happy to catch you today. I'm happy you caught me too. Megan, perfect timing. Good. Natalia, hello. Love to finally catch you live. Wonderful. Okay. Song, thank you for your videos, Kim. They've been helpful in being able to be at peace, sending love from Arizona. Thank you. Sending love back to you. Sweet Nightingale, blessed morning, Mama Kim. Oh, blessed morning to you too. Let me give you guys some hearts. I just want to give some more people time to come on before we start digging into this. Triggers are like a gauge for me. That's perfect, Karina. That's wonderful. Triggers should be a gauge for all of us because triggers, and I don't care how advanced you are. I think this is a thing too that you guys want to understand. If you're human, no matter how advanced you are in understanding manifesting, things can still trigger you. And I think that sometimes we might be a little misled in what is a trigger showing us because remember the live stream I did, I don't know, a couple months ago when somebody who I had given free coaching to had said that I was a disgrace to the LGBT community. And that hurt me and that triggered me. But the trigger, sometimes you guys are being too literal with the trigger and you're not actually taking the time to see, okay, what is this actually telling me is active within me? When I stepped back from it, it was the betrayal. It was the betrayal that it hurt so bad. I came on live and I let you guys see how I processed it. And I was crying and I was deep in the wound. It hurt so bad that somebody would betray me like that. Did I believe that I was a disgrace to the LGBT community? Heck no. I've done so much in many different communities to help different people in my past, in my life. It was that somebody would want to hurt me like that. And that is what hurt. So if you're triggered by something, number one, it doesn't always mean that you are, it might literally just mean that something happened in your 3D reality that shocked you and that sent you back for a second. Now, other triggers are, it's important for you to actually transcend them and see what it's showing you in terms of you and the relationship with particular situations in your reality. So we want to look at what your self-concept is. And then when you experience something in particular with this group of people, that group of people, this kind of person, that kind of situation, romantic, specific person, whatever it is, you want to be super honest with yourself because when you're triggered, it could be telling you that A, you're not trusting in the process, that maybe you want to be honest with yourself too. If you don't trust in the process of manifestation, why don't you? Do you believe that you're not good at manifesting, or that you're not doing enough inner work, or that your inner work isn't working? So then that means that your self-concept isn't that you trust in yourself. You don't understand how powerful you actually are. So then that's what you need to focus on. If you don't trust in manifestation at all, then that's what you need to focus on. You need to lay down a very strong foundation and develop yourself from a deep, like from within the core of you. Now, let's say that you're triggered by something that happened with me recently. The month of August was a very tough month for me because you guys know I wanted to get a cause, and I'll get on to, I know a lot of you guys on here, I can see that a lot of you guys on here probably that you are manifesting things with your specific person, with, your true love. And I know that you guys probably want to get into that topic a little bit, and I will, but you have to remember that manifesting is manifesting is manifesting. So it doesn't matter whether you're manifesting money, health, success, new career, people at your workplace treating you better, treating you with respect, valuing you, appreciating you, whether it's a best friend, a lover, somebody you want to date, your true love, your mirror soul, your mother, your father, uncle, aunt, anyone. It's all showing you basically just your conscious and your subconscious belief system. It's all, your reality is you, essentially. Your reality is your consciousness being personified through all of the people and all the different experiences in your reality. Okay. So when you are triggered, you just want to step back for a second. A lot of times people will know immediately what it is. Okay. So if I'm triggered and I'm feeling abandoned and rejected, not listened to, not heard, not seen, not valued, a lot of times immediately you guys go to, this isn't working. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not doing something right. No matter what I do, I'm not seeing the evidence in my reality. Instead, and then a lot of you guys also, this is important because I don't want you guys to do this anymore. I want you guys to stop this. When you are triggered and you're feeling lost, alone, abandoned, rejected, not important, that you're not good enough, that you don't matter by, like to your love, to the person that you want to be with, please recognize that the trigger is just a gift telling you what you want to, like, that there is a little part of you that you need to love. You need to love that little part of you. I'm not saying that you don't want to be like, oh, I have to be healing. We weren't created to just be in this constant having to heal. You are already healed enough to be in the relationship. But if there's that little part of you that's not trusting that you're going to be loved, seen, protected, valued, that everything is stable and secure, you're going to be protecting yourself from getting hurt. Okay. So sometimes what happens, like say if I'm on the second or third session with some clients, we'll be talking about, okay, so what happened? They'll tell me, well, I was triggered. Okay, what did you do when you were triggered? Well, I put on a meditation. I went and I did something good for myself. I distracted myself. I went in and I said my affirmations. Okay. So I always like to say, well, okay, if you and I were besties, like we were like close friends. Okay. We loved each other as friends so much. Like we were just like cut from same cloth. We loved spending time together. We just cared very deeply about each other, but just platonic as friends. And you're my neighbor. And I just me as I am right now. You guys, you guys know my value, you know my worth, right? Now, let's say that for whatever reason, I'm hormonal or something happens in my 3D, it catches me off guard, and I go deep into my wound and I'm triggered and I'm sad and I'm shaking and I'm feeling so lost. I'm feeling despair. I'm feeling so alone. I'm feeling rejected. I'm feeling abandoned. I come over and I knock on your door and I'm shaking and I'm crying and I'm hurting. And you're like, what's wrong? And I just say, I feel so unimportant. I feel like I'm not good enough, like I don't matter. And if you said to me, here, listen to this meditation and shut the door on me, I'd be like, wow, okay, I'm still being abandoned. I'm not important. My feelings don't matter. I would feel so sad that you didn't console me and give me the love I needed in that moment. So I'm just saying this from a 3D thing. When you're triggered, to transcend the trigger, you don't just stuff it down. You don't just reject that part of you that needs love in that moment. You show up for that little part of you, the little human part of you. You need to release, you need to express, because if you don't express the fear, if you don't express the sadness, if you don't express the frustration and the anger, that is toxic, and that is the beginning of disease. That is the beginning of disease. If you're suppressing down, you are going to have some sort of breakdown of your humanness. So honor your humanness. The trigger is a gift. It's showing you what to look at. So show up for that little part of you. Tell that little part of you everything you need to hear. Cry, get it out. Just love yourself, hug yourself. Okay? Tell yourself all of the things you need to hear in that moment. So what would you tell me if I was a friend and I came to you hurting? You would say, no, 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 no. You forgot who you are. You're good. You're good. You forgot who you are. People love you. You are loved. I love you. I care about you. You're the best thing that ever happened to me. You are such a gift and a treasure. Right now, you just forgot. You don't realize how powerful you are. Right now, you're just believing a lie right now. You're good. You're good. Like, comfort yourself in that moment. Tell yourself that you're loved, you're chosen, you're a priority. Give yourself all of the love that you need. And then, on some level, we all know. I suggest you go as far back to the root cause of the baggage that's been projected out into your 3D that's being mirrored back to you. And just do a little revision. Just do a little revision and let that little part of you, whether it's the 4-year-old, the 5-year-old, the 16-year-old, the 21-year-old, the 35-year-old, whatever age it is that's very prevalent. Like, yeah, when this person did this to me, this ex, that ex, this person in childhood, my old best friend. I remember I felt rejected and abandoned by my old best friend. Okay. Like, things happen as we're growing up, when we're forming. And we perceive a lot of things as not being good enough, not mattering, not being important. Those are our core wounds as the human species. That's just part of who we are. Okay, so show up for yourself, love yourself. Either in that moment, usually when it's active, it's the best time. That's when you do a little revision. Let that little part of you, whatever age it is, get it off your chest. Say what you need to say. It's safe. It is safe to say what you need to say. And let whomever caused the harm comfort you and hear you and validate your feelings, validate your emotions, tell you that you are so perfect and that they are sorry. The little part of you needs an apology. Just revise it and let that little part of you feel the apology. Let that part of you feel seen and heard. That's what that little part of you needs. Now, someone once made a comment under one of my videos, and it was cute because they said, I don't know if this is Kim approved, but this is something that I do with my SP, that you guys absolutely, I have done it and it is very effective and it does work, but this isn't something that you want to do more than once, really. Okay, let me take a sip. And I'll explain why I don't want you to do this over and over before I tell you what it is. I don't want you to only manifest an apology from your person unless that's all that you want. That's all, okay? If you stay on doing what I'm about to share with you, which is totally approved by me because it is something that I do, but I don't really want you guys to get into this too much because then you might get stuck in needing the apology. And then all you're going to be doing is living from the end. You're going to be in the state of being the version of you that gets the apology. But what about the relationship? That's where you're just focused on the middle, okay? And you want to get clear on what it is in your end. So the thing that is approved by me that is good to do if you need to, while I do suggest that you go further back, because the things that your person are mirroring back to you, it's not their fault. We're taking abusive situations out of the equation here, okay? Okay, because if you have a serious, abuseful, harmful situation happening, then a very deep, deep, deep fear, very deep fear was active that you need to step away and stay away and detox, okay? Because that self-concept may have created something very, very, very harmful. We don't want that. So I'll focus on you anyway. Let me get back to this. So what you can do if you want is you can allow the little part of you. I don't want you to do this more than just one time, but allow the little part of you, if you're triggered, to get everything that you need to say off of your chest right directly to your person. But when you see them in front of you, you're seeing them hearing you, loving you equally, eyes wide open, surrendered, wanting to listen to you, wanting to say, yes, yes, tell me. I hear you. I'm sorry. You're right. You deserved more than that. I should have talked to you better than that. I should have treated you better than that. I should have seen you. I should have listened to you. I love you. I cherish you. I adore you. You do matter to me. You're very important to me. You're the most important person in my life. You're everything I've ever wanted. I am sorry. You deserve more than that. And I'm going to give you more than that. I'm going to prove my love to you because you're everything to me. You can let yourself experience that. You can let yourself experience that. You can go there, but don't get in a habit of it because you don't want to be only affirming the apology. If you have a belief, there are so many different collectives when it comes to SP stuff. And please remember that manifesting is the same no matter what. So if you want to imagine yourself saying this to your boss treated you like, you know what? Your boss passed you over when you know you deserved the promotion. First of all, get clear of that you could become your boss's boss, okay? See your boss as a compliant little love lamb. Hear yourself say what you need to say. I deserve that. I deserve to be treated with respect. I deserve to be seen. I'm I'm the most skilled person in this department, and I know my value and worth, and you should show me that you know my value and worth too. I deserve your recognition. You can do that, and then you hear your boss saying, "You're right. I'm sorry. You are absolutely right. You do deserve appreciation. You are an amazing, whatever. And you do deserve this, and I'm going to promote you." Like, you can have that experience if you want. But when it comes to the romantic relationship and even with the boss relationship, you want to focus more on, so you want to see that your person does value, does respect you, knows that they have pure gold. You want to get in a self-concept that you love yourself so much, you know your value and worth, and you recognize and know and see that they know your value and worth, and that they know their value and worth, and that you guys both feel safe with each other. You trust each other, that all of the BS that came up was just the toxic stuff. It wasn't that you and your person were toxic together. It's that the stuff that came up, which was the entire purpose, the stuff that came up is the toxic stuff for you to release and let go of and stop living from the end of that. Now, when it comes to deep, deep, deep core wounds, you should not only be looking at coaching. If you have a very deep, deep wound, let me take a sip because my voice is getting. While I don't necessarily agree with traditional therapists who keep you in the old story, not all therapists are like that, number one. Number two, I highly recommend, because I have a lot of clients with success, that they are actually seeing therapists who do understand the law of assumption. They support that, but they aren't an expert in that. And so they just help with releasing old stories, not staying stuck in an old story. If you don't want to go that route, then maybe look at different therapeutic modalities. Look at, like, I just even was researching Vitality. Look up Vitality after the live. It looks very interesting. It's like $111 per month or something. And it's a combination of, my guess is it's probably a combination. This is kind of what I do with myself. It's kind of a combination of, I should probably create my own method. Anyway, maybe I'll do that someday. But what I do with myself is kind of a combination of breathing techniques, somatic releases, what's the word I'm looking for? CBT. And after I allow myself to go through it, then I release, let it go, and then I go into replacing. So uninstalling the programs and replacing with new programs. Okay. So this is all about uninstalling, but what sometimes some people try to do is they skip over the uninstalling part because they're afraid of what the triggers are showing them and they want to go past that. But then what happens is it's all becomes very shallow, ego based. And then if you don't have that deep foundation, that you haven't uninstalled those programs, you don't still know your value and worth. You don't know that you're lovable, that you're deserving, that you're worthy, and you don't see your person as knowing that. And you don't trust that you can allow yourself to be loved by this person. So you want to basically do all of those things, because if those active parts of you are still there, when they come up, if you're afraid and you want to shove them down, then, now I also personally believe that when it comes to, again, we all know this, I've been saying this on my channel for, like, how long have I had my channel up now? Over a couple years. Sometimes people are just wanting to, okay, there are so many different collectives. It's impossible to address every single circumstance and issue. When it comes to romantic relationships, some people just want to date somebody new. Some people just have infatuation. They just have a crush. They just want to meet somebody. Can you manifest them? 100% yes. Some people have met somebody that they want to get to know them more. It's deeper than infatuation. It's not necessarily the love of their life. They want to see it progress. Can you manifest that? Yes, of course. And then there are other collectives where, like, this is the one. This is the one. I know that it's the one. I feel it in my heart and soul. No matter what happens, like, yeah, no matter what happens, even here's the big, 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 big thing for me. Even when you are deeply focusing on your self concept of really valuing yourself and loving yourself and cherishing yourself, knowing that you're more than good enough, knowing that you matter, even when you are loving yourself fiercely, you still love them. What I learned through manifesting different SPs in my past was that when it wasn't done, it wasn't done. And they always came back. When I wanted it to be done, I'm like, I don't want anything to do with them again. They never, ever came back. But when I felt like we need closure, they always came back. When I wanted just, maybe a little more time with them, they always came back. When I was in my self-concept of loving myself, I lost complete interest. I lost complete interest in them and I let it go. They weren't my true love. They weren't who I wanted to be with. They were part of my growth. That's it. We had an experience together. With my mirror soul, it doesn't matter what. It doesn't matter. This is in my core. We are literally one. We are part of each other. It doesn't matter to me what happens. It doesn't matter. The loyalty is beyond loyalty. The faithfulness is beyond faithfulness, but it's not to my detriment, of course. And the only reason I say that is that a lot of you guys it's like you're sacrificing the love for yourself, and you're making everything all about the person. And that is not what you do. So no matter how much, no matter how deeply I value myself, I love myself and I cherish myself, I actually even love my SP. It's not a fearful love. It's an unconditional love. It's a deeper love. It's the deepest love that you'll ever experience. Sometimes some of you guys in certain collectives aren't actually loving yourselves unconditionally. And you're not actually, as much as you think you are, you're not necessarily loving your person unconditionally either. Okay. Because it's fearful love. You might also love yourself unconditionally and also love them unconditionally, but you are in fear. Everything is fear-based. You want to get out of that fear-based by transcending your triggers, by not being afraid of them, doing the actual inner work, incorporating different therapeutic modalities if necessary, get in your power, get in your strength, get in your love, get back in your trust, knowing your value, knowing their value, knowing your worth, knowing their worth. They see your value, they see your worth. Everybody is blissful, happy, secure, stable. Okay? I know that this video was of some value. If you guys want me as a coach, email me a short description. You guys already know how to reach me. And then we will get back to you after you've booked on my website. I love you guys so much. I have 2 minutes to one of my favorite clients. Let's see. Butterfly. Let me just see. Yes, Kim, I'm a counselor, not traditional. I do subconscious and reprogramming with all my clients. Good. Amazing. Butterfly Empress. Do you have any other questions before I leave? Because I literally have 1 minute. Everybody's like, why do you always answer butterfly? Apparently, butterfly has a certain self-concept. So Jenna, I am healed enough. Who's giving me love? Let me give you love back. Jenna, I am healed enough. I'm still living in the end. I am enough. Yes, you are. I am chosen. I'm perfect just as I am. I am a priority. This is my opportunity to change the limiting beliefs that are still within. Perfection. Sharon, hey Kim, my SP husband just filed for a divorce and there's steps to take like me filing a response. I am super triggered, but trying to manifest reversing the divorce, but triggered. Any advice? Don't try to reverse the divorce. Don't try to reverse the divorce. Let it happen. People have literally right up at the last minute. I'll tell you a very quick story in this minute. 2 people fighting like cats and dogs, end up wanting to file divorce, end up sitting down on the steps at the courthouse the day of the final, like after, in other words, they went through the back and forth with the attorneys. It got ugly, blah, blah, blah. They're right there on the steps of the courthouse the day of. They look at each other. What are we doing? What are we doing? I still love you. I still love you too. Hug it out, decide to go to counseling. True story. Okay. So don't resist the divorce. Go through it. You can be authentic, no begging, no pleading, because the version of you who knows your value, knows your worth, would not beg and plead. But you know that you guys, you keep seeing you guys peaceful together, got past your stuff. You might want to do some coaching or whatever. But don't resist the divorce. Let it happen. Sometimes things have to crumble in order to rebuild. Okay. So focus on the 2 of you guys just kind of coming back together and rebuilding a more healthy and stable relationship. I love you guys so much. I got to go now. Going to my client, and I will talk to you guys very soon. Okay. I'm searching here. So lots of love to you. Have an amazing and incredible day.